Hey guys, Kirax50 here with a triplet review. This time I'll be reading the Gashapon Donguri and Matsubokkuri lock seeds and the candy toy Durian lock seed from Conrad Geim. These three lock seeds are used by three more riders in the series, those being respectively Conrad's Gridon, Kurokage, and Bravo. And currently these aren't available in deluxe form. So, starting off, we have the Donguri lock seed, Donguri being an acorn. And with this reveals that lock seeds aren't just based on fruits, but in general they're based on objects that have seeds. So, fruits and nuts can apply. So this is LS03, which has some nice variety of colors. For the top part, we have this metallic goldish green, a gold bar with these studs to it. And then the main body is this nice matte brown color. So this one has the same unlocking mechanism as the banana lock seed. And of note is that, unlike a typical lock seed, this one doesn't have the different buttons to specify whether it's attached to the Sengoku driver or the Muso saber. So these types of lock seeds work completely off of this one button on the back. Next you have the Matsubokkuri lock seed. This is LS01 and this is based on a pine cone. And this is why I mentioned how the pine lock seed is called pine, because pine is shorthand for pineapple. Because with that, with the Japanese word for pine cone being Matsubokkuri, they don't come into conflict with each other. So this one has a nice pattern to it with all these different layers, and this very nice metallic bronze color. This one has the same unlocking mechanism as the orange lock seed and several others. And on the back, a just plain clear plastic button, which seems to be rather typical for Gashapon lock seeds. And then we have the Durian lock seed. This one is LS12, filling in the gap between mango and kiwi. Though I do wish that kiwi was LS12, so this could be LS13. Because the whole gap between them does seem a little bit weird in the numbering, but then again, the entire way that they're numbering is just weird on the whole. So, as durians are notorious for being extremely spiky on the outside, to the point where, you really have to be careful holding them, because the outside is basically just covered in bunches and bunches of spikes. So you have all these spikes here. Of course, they aren't sharp, so you're not going to really hurt yourself on them, but you can still feel a little bit of a point to them. It has this nice metallic, very yellowish green or greenish yellow color to it. And the thing about candy toy lock seeds is that, unlike with deluxe and gashapons, they have a solid plastic color instead of a clear plastic color. Now the thing about this is that while it makes them not match up with the deluxe ones, it seems to make them a little bit more accurate to the show, because from watching the show, what I've seen is that the prop lock seeds that they use on the show seem to have a solid color inside rather than a clear plastic or a clear color to them. And on the back, we have a button in that solid colored plastic. The other interesting thing is that it also has a completely different backing, to where the battery compartment is like this, instead of the Gashapon lock seeds, which have a battery compartment more similar to the deluxe ones, but they have a bigger speaker compartment, or bigger speaker openings. This one also has this type of unlocking mechanism. Now the way these sound lock seeds work is that they work completely on cycle. So the first sound will be the unlocking sound, as this is, like I said, these is all completely run by this button. So this one, so the unlocking mechanism doesn't activate any sounds on its own. The first one will be the unlocking sound.
Donguri.
The second will be the transformation sound.
Donguri arms.
The third will be the special attack sound. And similarly to the deluxe ones, what special attack sound you get depends on how many times you push the button.
Donguri squash.
And the fourth will be a sound exclusive to the sound lock seeds. And the way these work varies between the Gachapon versions and the candy toy versions.
Donguri arms.
For Gachapon lock seeds, it says the rider's name and then the arms that the particular lock seed gives them. So bringing in the Sengoku driver, the first thing to know about this is that because there are only 4 sounds made through faceplates, it means that while each rider technically has their own faceplate in the show, they do share sounds. So for Gridon, he shares a sound with Baron, Kurokage shares a sound with Gaim, and Bravo shares a sound with Bujin Gaim. So I'll be using these 3 faceplates respectively for these lock seeds. So starting off, attaching this,
Come on.
we'll use the Donguri lock seed.
Donguri. Lock on. Come on. Donguri arms.
And so there you have the transformation for Kamen Gridon Donguri arms. So yeah, the thing you'll notice immediately is that there wasn't a spring there and I had to push it into place on its own. And that's the way it is for all lock seeds that aren't deluxe. As well as that for those kinds, we have this hinge part, which actually has these openings here that make it rather hollow. That also sets them apart. So here we have the inside of the acorn up here, with this interesting clear color. It's kind of a nutty beige color to it. And then we have Donguri Arn's weapon, a hammer called the Donkachi. And so I'll get through the 3 special attacks by doing them one by one, although it does require some cycling to get to them.
Come on. Come on. Donguri squash. Come on. Donguri ole. Come on. Come on. Come on. Donguri sparky. Donguri arms.
And that's all.
Lock on.
Because these don't have the 2 buttons, they don't have a charge or power sounds that can be activated by the Muso Saber, so I won't be using them on that. Then switching to the Gaim faceplate, use the Matsubokkuri lock seed.
Matsubokkuri. Lock on. Matsubokkuri. Ichigeki in the shadow.
And so there we have the transformation into Kamen Kurokage Matsubokkuri arms. So here we have the inside with this nice metallic reflective sticker with the inside of the pine cone itself. Although the interesting thing is that the seeds are actually these parts on the outside, or at least within them. And then Matsubokkuri arms weapon, a spear called the Kagematsu. Then getting to its special attacks. Although one of the things about it is that these are on a timer, so after some time they reset. And then the bonus sound at the end. And the thing you'll also notice is that for the Donguri lock seed, which was an earlier Gachapon lock seed, the sound made by the Sengo driver does kind of cut off when you have when you use it to activate the bonus sound at the end. But this was corrected for later on lock seeds like Matsubokkuri.
Lock off.
And then lastly, switching it out for the Bujin Gaim faceplate, we'll use the Durian lock seed. And that is a transformation for Kamen Rider Bravo, Durian Arms. So we have the inside to it, which has the two Durian seeds, which are these big parts. And then the bottom part, which shows his special pattern, which are these kind of lightning bolts. And then his arms weapon, one of two saw swords called the Durinoko. And so getting to his special attacks. And then the fourth sound, which for the candy tool lock seeds is a Japanese phrase relating to their weapons. So I don't know the translation for this one. I think it has to, I guess it describes the weapons as being jagged twin swords. So with this is, kind of another reason. If you're going to get one of these, this is kind of another reason to buy the Bujin Gaim set, because, with this, you don't have to use any kind of hacks. You just put this on, and you'll get the sound that is also used by Kamen Rider Bravo. So bringing these three back in. Now with these, right now, these are the best ways to currently get these. And this is currently the only version of the Durian Lockseed available. But there is set to be a Gashapon Durian Lockseed released around March. And I guess, really, it is a little bit more recommended to pick up Gashapon Lockseeds just because while it does seem like these are closer to the show, the Gashapon Lockseeds do better match up with the deluxe ones. And at times, the solid plastic here does look a little bit gaudy and cheap compared to the nice clear plastic on the Gashapons. But the other thing to note is that rather recently it was announced that as a premium Bandai exclusive set, there would be released a set for Kamen Riders Gridon and Bravo. So it'll include deluxe versions of the Donguri and Durian Lockseeds, as well as special Gridon and Bravo faceplates. And so with that, it's likely that also down the line there's going to be a deluxe Matsubokkuri Lockseed. So if you really want these Lockseeds right now, because you really like these riders, then yeah, I'd say pick up the Gashapon Donguri and or Matsubokkuri Lockseeds, but probably wait for the Gashapon Durian Lockseed. Just because if you get this, it will kind of stand out among your other Lockseeds. So this is one that's probably worth holding off on. But it is nice to have, these other Lockseeds that are for other riders, instead of simply being alternate arms for the main riders. Because it's just kind of nice to have this series where there are a lot of riders, which is something that hasn't happened in quite a while. So yeah, whether or not you pick these up is up to you, but there are things related to these worth holding out for. So thanks for watching, please rate, comment, subscribe, and check out my channel for more videos, and for now, this is KRX50, writing off.